Hello super friends and welcome to DC TV Talk. This is the show where we talk all things Supergirl, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow and Black Lightning. And in today's video we're going to be discussing the possibility of Ava Sharpe actually being an anachronism in Legends of Tomorrow Season 3. Let's discuss. So in the last episode of Legends of Tomorrow, otherwise entitled No Country for Old Dads, we saw a very funny, very comedic episode, definitely one of my favourites of the season. And at the very end, after all the hijinks that went on earlier on, we saw Rip Hunter talk to Gideon and say that he needed her to delete this file on Ava Sharpe and that Sara can never find out the truth about her. And this has led all of us fans speculating, well, what is Ava hiding, what is her secret, and what does Rip know about her that is dangerous to Sara? So that's what we're going to discuss in today's video. So a big thing that the Legends have been dealing with, especially earlier on in this season, were anachronisms, which were time-displaced people and objects that shouldn't be there. And in this episode we found out that these anachronisms are actually helping Malice get free because he is trapped in a prison of time, and all these anachronisms are breaking time more and more, and if it's broken to a certain extent, that will allow Malice to break out of this prison. And I feel that with all these anachronisms and the importance of Ava Sharpe this season, I can't help but feel now with this potential secret behind her that she could be the final kind of anachronism that is going to be revealed. So why is Rip Hunter hiding this? Well, I feel it could be, obviously, Rip, he knows about Malice. He knows something to do with Malice, and it's quite obvious that Malice has something to do with Rip and also with the Time Bureau itself. I feel that's quite obvious at this point, so this could lead to him knowing about what's going on with Ava Sharpe and her actually being an anachronism. And he knows the fact that obviously Sara and her are now in this relationship, and he knows he's going to look at that and go, well, this could end badly for both Sara and Ava, because obviously with all these anachronisms they have to be fixed, and that could mean that if Ava just shouldn't exist whatsoever, that means she may have to die, and that is why Rip is keeping the secret from Sara. I feel that the end of this season could come down to this situation where you have to choose between Malice or Ava, and Sara is going to be caught in this kind of confliction. And if Ava is an anachronism, she's the final anachronism where it's, you know, you take her out, you remove her from the equation, Malice is gone. I feel like this could be a very interesting story, a very interesting moment, a very emotional moment as well, because Sara, she's never really had a true connection with a loved one, really, in terms of someone who she's been in a relationship with. Obviously, she's been with Oliver before, she's been, you know, she kind of had a relationship with Captain Cold, and then that was pretty much it. Obviously, she had that relationship with Nyssa Al Ghul as well, but we've never really seen her care for someone like she cares for Ava, and it'd be interesting to see her having to be put in this situation where she's potentially going to lose yet another person in her life. I also have to think that Ava has some kind of connection to Rip Hunter, whether she's a distant relative of some kind, or perhaps Rip's future daughter, I don't know. Something along those lines where perhaps she's a family member in Rip's family tree who shouldn't exist, and that's why he never kind of took her out himself, because he was thinking, well, she's kind of family and I don't really know how to deal with this, even though it has potentially created Malice. I feel like she has a connection to Rip Hunter in some way, and this is why Rip is being so shady about it as well, is because he has kind of his own secret and his own connection to Ava, and that's why he's just trying to avoid this whole situation. And maybe he's trying to find a way to resolve this whole Malice situation, her being an anachronism, without having to take her out, because obviously he kind of maybe cares for her. This may be stretching a little bit, but it's just an interesting way to look at it. So will Ava Sharpe actually be killed off this season? I think the potential is definitely high, given the setup here, and it's just interesting to see all this development where, you know, it's her and Sara, this is finally comes to fruition now, and then they're potentially just going to kill her off. It'd be interesting to see, and obviously this whole connection with Malice and Rip Hunter, this secret, it's all very, very interesting, and I think it's going to be one of the more, you know, emotional and revealing things come the finale, or come the back half of the season. So it's going to be very, very engaging to see where their storyline goes, and I definitely think it's a potential one that is true, going off of what Rip Hunter said and how he wants to protect Sara from this truth of some kind, that it's definitely some dangerous information. So what do you guys think about my theory of Ava Sharpe being an anachronism? Let me know in the comment section below, or tell me your own theory about what Ava's big secret is in regards to what she's hiding from the legends. Or perhaps she doesn't even know. Perhaps there's just something going on with her, because based on her personality and based on what we know of her, she is pretty much a very genuine person. So, you know, maybe she doesn't know herself. And maybe Rip is responsible for this whole thing by placing her there so she always ended up with Sara. I don't know, I feel like Rip is definitely behind the entire thing, to be honest. And, you know, he feels responsible for Malice, and then he tries to do this other thing by creating Ava, but then Ava didn't work out. I don't know. I just feel that there's always different things that are coming into it. It's a very complicated theory with lots of different outcomes. So tell me what you think of my theory in the comment section below, or let me know your theory in the comment section below as well. So thank you guys for watching this episode of DC TV Talk. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, it will help me out a lot, and share this video with anyone and everyone you know who loves DC TV and get them to join the community. And as always guys, please subscribe for all of your latest content on Supergirl, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow and Black Lightning. And with all that said, I hope to see you guys again in my next video.